I do want to welcome in, though, Jay Motty, now Stretford Paddock presenter and Manchester United fan, in as well. Hopefully you've been listening to that, Jay, and so you know where we're going to go with this one, because I'm going to ask you exactly the same question that I asked Anil. Jordan Pickford, would you take him over De Gea? And Mason Mount, do you want him in your squad as well now? Again, this is someone that, a lot, as Rory's saying there, should start. You're talking Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what the other lad was saying. Like, I think David De Gea probably does need to move on, and I think we do need to replace him. I'm just not a massive Jordan Pickford fan, and I think if you're going to make a decision to replace your goalkeeper who's been at United since, 2011, who's been player of the year 4 times in 6 years or whatever it was. He's such a big character and a big player for us. I know he's gone off the boil and he does need to replace him, but it is a massive move to replace David De Gea. I'm not sure Jordan Pickford is that guy. And I don't think there's that David De Gea is one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League anymore. I think there's a few goalkeepers that are better than him. I'm just not sure that Jordan Pickford's one of them. I think he's got belief and he shouts a lot at his defenders, and that's something that you need from a goalkeeper. But has he got the quality to really step up in a Manchester United shirt and be that goalkeeper? As you've all pointed out, we want to kick on now. We want to get to the top level, challenging for trophies, not trophies, challenging for titles, finishing that, top 2 position or whatever. Is Jordan Pickford good enough for that? I'm not so sure, to be honest with you. And I think if we are going to place David De Gea, we maybe need to aim a little bit higher than Jordan Pickford, because yes, he does a lot of good things well, but he's still got one in him for me, and he still can be a little bit erratic.
As I said, we're running a poll right now. Go over to talkSPORT's Twitter page and see it. And we've asked you guys to tell us who should start in goal for next season for Manchester United. 4,000 of you have got in touch, and 50% of the votes have gone to Onana, obviously currently Inter Milan's goalkeeper. Is that the type of step up you're talking about, Jay?
I think a lot of that's because of the Champions League final when he had a good game, and I think people have got a bit of sort of recent memory of him and thought, you know what, for a lot of people who watched a lot of Inter, you saw him, he did well, he did the sort of things that David De Gea doesn't do, confident on the ball, carrying the ball out, commanding his area. These are the sort of criticisms you have of David De Gea. So yeah, I do think if we're going to play this progressive football from the back that Erik Ten Hag seems to want to play, you do need a goalkeeper who is comfortable. And I think David De Gea, he has had some good moments. I think he's got more clean sheets this season than anyone else, but he does look still nervy. It's mad that he's played so many games and done so well for United over the years, and he still looks nervous at the back when we're trying to play out, and he gives away possession far too often. So, yeah, we do. If we are going to play this way under Erik Ten Hag, I think we do need someone who is almost like one of those sweeper keeper types, because David De Gea is a lot of things, but that ain't him.
Jay, do you not think that Jordan Pickford, given an opportunity at a bigger club, a club with more ambition, would be able to succeed and maybe elevate his own game to the standard that you're talking about for Manchester United? Whenever we see him in an England shirt, he does very well. He raises his game for international tournaments. Do you not think he has the minerals to raise his game to Manchester United levels?
Potentially. I mean, to be fair to him, he had a very good game at Old Trafford last time round. Everton got beat, but he pulled off some crazy saves, and people looking at him going, actually, I didn't even think he was that good. But he kind of gives you a reminder of what he's about, and I know he always does well in England shirt. So there is that potential. I just feel it's a little bit, and this might sound crazy because he's played so many games in the Premier League and he plays for England, but it seems like it's a little bit of a risk to me. It doesn't. I still feel like there's a doubt in there, and maybe it's that a lot of English goalkeepers have it. He's got a touch of the Dean Hendersons about him, where yes, he's full of confidence, he's full of bravado, but he's also a little bit erratic at times, and you think, what you're doing, just calm down a bit. So whilst you do need someone who's got confidence, you don't want someone who's just going to do things where you're going, what is this guy about? So I understand your point, but for me, if we are going to replace David De Gea, I think there is better goalkeepers out there than Jordan Pickford, and I think there's better goalkeepers United can get.
Jay, got about 30 seconds here. Mason Mount, yes or no?
After listening to Rory, I'm looking forward to serenading him in the Stretford end. You've sold me, Rory. I can't wait. I want to see him in a United shirt. Listen, we know he's got quality. I think he gets a bit of a raw deal sometimes. Wasn't my first choice, if I'm being honest, but I think if the manager wants him, for the reasons you spoke about, turns up in big games, get him in, especially when we need to strengthen in that midfield area. Why not?
Indeed, Jay. Appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much, Jay Motty there from the Stretford Paddock. Obviously, massive Manchester United fan.